Okay, jeez. The Abbott's. I don't know what the Abbott study is. Now serving as the Prior's chambers. So it's gotta be here. This is where the Prior is. Is it this book? Oh, it is. Oh, you can say that. Oh, I guess it's Antonius. Oh, Gregor. Tractile Pius, Tractile Pius, Tractile Pius, Tractile Pius. Okay, let's slip back into class. There we go. Me? Oh. Hmm. But I'm not telling Circuitor John about that. Oh, that quest. Did the quest of me being here end? Lucas is the model monk who ended up in the monastery because he's a sodomite. Oh, my dad's home. I mean, I'm gonna assume it's Antonius, just because the page looks, the game saved when I was on his page. So how do I do this? I guess I just talk to him. Um, I do want all this metal. Potentially be stealing. I'll have to break in at night. Okay, 4 p.m. afternoon worship. Let's see, it's like 2:15 right now. I might have a book to read. 4. I think it's at 4.
Hey, Scotty, you got a pie?
Right.
There's the valve that opens. That short rubber valve cover thing that they're supposed to open and like let that pressure out so it goes to its exhaust. And sometimes they can not open and the stick will smack it and it would damage it. But my buddy said that when we started it up and everything got moving, it didn't sound like anything had knocked or broke or anything like that.
Hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Shells, blah, blah, blah. Brand risk. Lemonade? Bucket only gave me for 9,000. Alright. I don't remember buying this cup, but I guess I did. The Mile High Club cup. The lid's gold. Wait, that wasn't the one that was supposed to show up. It was supposed to be the Amelie cup. Make sure they didn't ship me the wrong thing. I don't remember buying that, but I probably did. Yeah, it's like this. This would have been like 5 months ago. Happy Juice. Oh, dude, who knows what he did? What's Happy Juice? Gamersup's flavor. Apple and honey. Oh, dude, that sounds delicious. I mean, the last like 5 flavors have been like some form of tea. So I don't. I hate tea so much. But anyways, there's the V card. Oh no, I did. That's what it was. I did get the Mile High cup, but only because it was one of the ones that was like a cup, but it's what comes with a free flavor, or it's a flavor that comes with a free cup. And so I was like, deal, I'll take it. Did I get what in the box? It's supposed to be Workkeeper? What? I don't know what that is. like in the box. It's supposed to come with like a pan or something. That's cool. Is it a good game? Oh, that's good. And I got an update. Yeah, all of them. More coffee cup. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I would have put it in some cup. No? Okay, well, whatever. I guess I just got screwed out of that. Because it was a thing where I think. Well, actually, it was just partial. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Because it was like, I think with the Mohawk, it was like if you spent so much money, you'd get like a things. And so then I was like, well, I'll get the Mori Calliope cup. And then it was like, oh, hey, here's the free patch. And it's not in the box, but it still says it hasn't shipped. So, I don't know. But yeah, I got a Mori Calliope cup. I like her. I have some of her songs on Spotify. Oh, you said that. I hope you find some, like, people who aren't stupid to raid with. No. No, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't. Yeah. I don't like his pants? Whatever. It doesn't look right. I'm trying to. Discord. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll play the video. And then it just wasn't doing that. Well, no, I was on my phone. It's like his laptop. Oh, no. So the thing I saw, because I saw the thumbnail, the pants were after he transformed. And it looks like it's like The like virgin killer pants is the only thing I can describe it as. Like, you know what I mean? The Mirror B fans were so back. It was one of the comments someone just made. The guy from Pokemon Coliseum. Nope.
Salve, be well.
Yeah. There's a door. This is a weird part of Kingdom Come. I made a deal with a guy who was going to join a monastery that I would join the monastery in his place. Because I'm trying to find a guy in here who was like a murderer. 6 p.m. is supper. There we go.
Good speech. So much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil
Service.
words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence so
In the night, I overheard the cicadas in the cellar. They were talking about you.
Oh, no. So it's still not over. This isn't a life in service of God. This is purgatory.
Lucas, what's going on?
What do you think? Just like you, I saw the cicadas drinking and playing hazard as if they were in a brothel.
For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples
We should report them.
to listen.
I agree.
If anything has to be asked of the superior,
I warned them if they didn't stop, I'd go and tell the prior. But instead of mending their ways, they vented their anger on me.
You've picked the wrong people to make enemies of, Lucas, they told me. Now I can't even count how many days and nights I've spent locked up in solitary confinement for the tiniest offenses, or for no offense at all.
the rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet
Is there
said.
something I can do to help?
I said,
Would you?
I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with
I
my
think
tongue.
all it might take is for you to go and sit down with them. Have a talk, set things straight,
Hmm.
then they'd leave me alone.
Here the prophet shows
But I'm afraid even this path leads nowhere.
to refrain even from good speech.
I'm not afraid of them.
So much the more ought the
Brother, you have the courage I lack.
evil word.
May the grace of God be upon you.
Since the spirit of silence so important, permission
I'd like to know something about...
rarely be
I
granted
don't...
even to perfect disciples. Even
Tell me about Antonio.
I'd like to, but...
For it is written, in much speaking,
Do you know anything about Yodok?
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the circuit.
Are you joking?
Why should I?
I'd have thought you might want to know who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. I definitely do. In fact, I probably already know more about them than you do.
Don't get upset.
But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. For such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. That I may not sin with my tongue, I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence
What would you like?
times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment
I've read the abbot's book.
evil
It
work.
says in there that you're not as saintly as you make out. Actually, it seems like you're as lecherous as a boring rut.
You broke into the abbot's quarters to spy on...
I wasn't interested in your opinion about what I did. What interests me is you and what the book has to say about you.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
Escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Just try it, and I'll smack you so hard your feet won't touch the ground.
No, don't hit me.
Listen. And for that reason, if anything has to
Listen, there's something I ought to tell you. There's a dangerous criminal hiding in the monastery, and I came here to look for him.
Ha! I knew it. He's a villain. Who are you, though? Oh, it's better not to ask, isn't it? It's always safer not to ask.
Never mind that. Who's a villain?
That's Siskin. I always thought he was an odd one, the way he carries on. But now it makes perfect sense. He's a criminal fleeing justice.
What are you talking about? You clearly know something I don't.
Siskin doesn't attend morning prayers. Look for yourself next time you're there. Instead of praising God, he's up to God knows what.
Thanks for letting me know, but that's not what I meant.
You think so? He definitely acts like a criminal. Who else would it be?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
What are you going to do to that fellow once you find him?
permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect.
That's not your concern.
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it. Not act on your own.
In much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place,
I'm interested in the other.
are in the power of the tongue.
What can you tell me?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Idle words or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the
Praise be
prophet
to Christ.
says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth.
There's something I should tell you. Something you won't be happy to hear. I'm here to find someone and, well, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, he hid away here. And as you can see, escaped suspicion. They sent me here to find him and bring him to justice. He's one of the novices.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot more exciting than I expected. Do you know who it is?
Well, that's just it.
And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by
It could be Antonius.
The program
He's a
company?
fine fellow. No, it can't be him. Although, you never know what's hiding beneath a man's skin.
See how hard it is? It could be anyone, and at the same time...
It's called
nobody in
Steam?
particular.
Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, ought to govern his disciples with a two.
No, but I hope I'll track him down soon. If you find any clue that could lead me to him...
I swear I don't know anything. Except that I'm not the one you're looking for.
Expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples. But
I suspect it could be Yodok.
Do you know, that occurred to me too. Yodok's a scoundrel and a cheat. I believe he'd be capable of anything.
I suspect Lucas.
From him, more.
He certainly says little enough, and he keeps himself to himself. I can well believe he's hiding something, but not that he's a killer.
Better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders.
Oh, be right back.
Since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo, the well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments, knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue. For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in
Praise
the power
be to
of
our
the
Lord
tongue.
Jesus.
For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on daily manual labor. Idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred reading. To that end we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October. When they come out from prime in the morning, let them labor at whatever is necessary until about the 4th hour. And from the 4th hour until about the 6th, let them apply themselves to reading. After the 6th hour, having left the table, let them rest on their beds in perfect silence, or if anyone may perhaps perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to disturb anyone else. Let none be said rather early.
I'm back. I didn't pause it. Okay. And run downstairs because we got another thing in the mail for the event, and so I had to like go. Oh hey, here, let me write that down so we could deposit the 3 checks.
I won't tell you more, and I'd like you to keep silent about this too.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone from here within a year, so why should I care what happens with the monastery?
Thank you, Siskin. I appreciate it.
Grumbling or objection. For the obedience given to superiors is given to God.
In the middle of the night, I saw the brother Circators drinking and playing dice.
How marvelous! Did you join in? More importantly, can I join in next time?
Siskin? I thought it wasn't allowed.
If the Circators can, we all can.
That's not how it works, though, is it?
I know. A double standard. The elder brothers can do as they please, but they're the ones preaching about morality to us.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says.
Okay, what time is it?
I said, I will guard my
December
way.
6th. Oh, cool. So it's in conversation, time pauses.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
In the night, I saw the brother Circators drinking and playing dice.
And why aren't you spending your nights sleeping instead of creeping around spying on your brothers?
I only wanted to...
I know, brother, I know. But you need to understand that novices shouldn't be poking their noses into the affairs of elder brothers.
Even if something inappropriate was going on?
Even then, I'm afraid. Who are you compared with them? Wait till you know what's what. And in the meantime, keep your head down and do what you're told. Life in a monastery is much like life outside in many ways. The monastery walls don't keep out human pride and hatred.
Really? I thought monks were above that sort of human folly.
They became monks, Gregor, but that didn't stop them being men. Be on your guard as much as you ever were outside. Lies, jealousy, vengeance, they can hurt you here as much as anywhere.
Thanks for the advice. Although I don't know if I can follow it.
That's up to you, brother.
And for such conversation we do not permit. The rule of Saint Benedict.
Ah, Gregor.
Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot,
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
Someone whose job it is to investigate the case, find the perpetrators and make sure they get the punishment they deserve.
Punishment? Do you intend to punish them here, in the monastery?
I don't know yet. I'm still just on their trail. Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident. All the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices. Still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lucas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
And again, beat your son with the rod.
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my lips.
I'd be interested to hear what can you tell me about Siskin?
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life than him.
You don't know young Lord Capon.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him. Fighting, drinking, fornicating. But then he ended up in here.
Why is he in the monastery?
No one knows. Maybe he's hiding from something. Or maybe he's being punished.
Do you think he has a secret?
Don't we all? But unlike the others, he absolutely refuses to speak about his life before the monastery.
That's all I wanted to know about him. Thanks. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least Sir Cater. He's a man who enjoys ordering others around.
I'm interested in Lucas.
No one knows much about him. He doesn't talk to anyone. He works, eats, sleeps, then does it all again the next day. It's as if he wanted to get it all over with as soon as possible. By it, I mean his entire life.
That's all. Thanks.
The Lord's commandments in words
I'd like to ask you...
intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is.
I'd like to know something.
And should know that to whom more is committed. From him, more
Will you tell me
is
something?
required. Let him make
I
no
mean, where you're
distinction
from.
of persons in the
I'm
monastery.
a novice.
Let him not love one more than another.
You see, I'm looking for something.
Unless it be one
You're
whom he
looking
finds
for
better
something?
in
I am a
works
novice.
Or in obedience.
At least until I
And
find
let
the man
him
I'm
not
looking
shut
for.
his eyes to the
Why
faults
would you
of
be looking
offenders,
amongst
but
monks?
since he
You
has
know, the laws of
authority, let
man
him
aren't
cut out
valid
those
here.
faults
In the
by
cloister,
roots
we're subject to
as soon
divine
as
law,
they
the
begin
law of the
to
church.
appear.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out
Remembering
here
the
in the
fate of
monastery.
Heli, the priest
He had a
of
hand in
Simon,
raising
for
the
well
Neuhof farm.
disposed in those of
He's taken
good
many
understanding,
lives.
let him correct with
I
verbal
heard
admonition
something
the
about
first and
that.
second
But
time.
why are you telling
But
me all
bold,
this?
hard,
Because you could help me.
proud and
It has to be
disobedient
one of the other novices.
He should curb at the very
Can't
beginning
be.
of the ill-doing.
Have
by
you told the
stripes
prior?
and other
What are you going to
bodily
do to this man once you find him?
Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words.
Talk to him.
And again, beat
Then I'll see.
your son with the rod.
Do you have any
and he will
idea
deliver
which of...
his soul
I
from
don't
death.
know. And I...
The rule of Saint Benedict.
I've heard
Readings
that
on the
you,
abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives
well, that
the
you
name
enjoy
of
the company
abbot,
of men.
he ought to govern his
there any truth to
disciples
it?
with a twofold
What?
teaching.
How do you know
That
that?
is to say,
I read
he
it
should
in
show
the
them
abbot's
all
book.
that is good and holy.
What?
By his
The
deeds
abbot's book
even
is locked
more
up in
than
his
by his
chambers,
words.
and he'd never allow anyone to
Expounding
read it.
the Lord's
Did you break
commandments
in?
words to the
Why?
intelligent among
Just
his
so you could dig
disciples.
something up on me?
But
I was looking for
demonstrating the
something
divine
else, but I
precepts
just
by
happened
his
to come
actions
across
for those
your
of harder hearts and
story.
ruder minds.
No matter what
The
you were
abbot
looking
should
for, you crossed a
always
line that
remember
shouldn't
what
be
he
crossed.
is and what he is
Don't
called.
worry, I won't
And should
tell on
know
you
that
if you
to
promise me
whom
the same.
More is committed.
Yes.
From him,
You can
more
call me
is
a
required.
sodomite,
Let
a
him make
sinner,
no
a monster, the
distinction
spawn of
persons
Satan.
in the
But
monastery.
tell me this, Gregor.
Let him not love
Can I
one
help
more
the
than
way
another,
I am? I tell
unless
you,
it
it's a
be
test
one
of my
whom he
faith.
finds
A
better in
test
good
so
works
daunting you
or
can't
in
even
obedience.
imagine it.
And let him not shut his eyes
God
to the
be with
faults
you.
of offenders.
You're right.
But since he has the
I found it
authority,
interesting,
let him
but I'm not
cut
judging
out
you.
those faults
You
by
are the way you
roots
are.
As soon as
You
they
should be true
begin
to yourself.
appear.
I'm glad you aren't like the others.
Remembering the fate of
Thank
Heli,
you for not
the
passing
priest of
judgment.
Siloam. The well-disposed
I swear
and those
to
of good
God, I've
understanding,
never
let
lain
him
with
correct
another
with
man.
verbal
I've never
admonition
sinned.
the first
When
and
my
second
father
time.
wanted me to find a wife
But
and start a
bold,
family, I told him the truth.
proud,
And he had
and
me sent here.
disobedient characters.
And in a way,
should
I was
curb
glad.
at the very beginning
My
of
guilt
the
had been
ill by
consuming me.
stripes
And I
and
knew
other
in the
bodily
monastery I'd
punishments.
find peace.
Knowing that it
The
is
Lord
written,
sees my
"The
soul,
fool is
and
not
he
corrected
knows
with
it's
words."
No.
And
I
again,
can't.
beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
Oh, tell her, say that it's a free cup and tub. Humor subs.
Idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, brethren, should be offered at certain times
Yeah, maybe. Stuck to my foot.
To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October. When they come out from prime in the morning, let them labor and
Yeah, it's just all. Yeah, he just gets like a package that's just a box full of samples. Do I get the one that Tower talked about? It was like 3 letters or something.
Let none be said rather early at the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again do what work has to be done until vespers. Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness, and at the same time not to overburden them or drive them away with excessive toil.
But yet, the apple that they just came out with.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred keeping. To that end, we think that the times may be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October. When they come out from prime in the morning,
Yeah, where's I get this one?
until about the 4th hour. From the 4th hour until about the 6th, let them apply themselves to reading. After the 6th hour having left the table, let them rest on their beds in perfect silence.
Check it out.
Anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to disturb anyone else.
Precept?
Let none be said rather early at the middle of the 8th hour, and
How's it not working?
done until vespers.
It's not. It's not saying that it's not working.
Craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness, and at the same time not overburden them or drive them
Oh yeah.
Their weakness
Can
will be
be.
taken into consideration by the abbot. Rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humble, and kept silence even
2214. Some ants have made their way into my pants.
Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written,
Okay.
much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue. For speaking and
Yeah.
belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and listen. For that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. Rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say,
Yeah.
he should show them all that is good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds.
Yeah.
The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders. Since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear.
That sucks. It makes sense though.
Priest of silence. The well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud and disobedient characters. We should curb at the very beginning
No.
of ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments.
Will you tell me
Knowing
something
that
about
it is
yourself?
written, the fool is not corrected with
I mean,
words.
where you're from.
And again,
I'm a novice.
beat your son with the rod, and you will
You
deliver
see, I'm
his soul from death.
I am a novice. I'm looking for a...
Because you could help me.
Readings on humility. The first degree
I don't know yet.
is
It
obedience.
won't be easy to drag this criminal away from the protection of the cloister. Unless the abbot gives his blessing. But I still can't...
Do you have any idea which...
I don't know, and...
As soon as anything has been ordered by the superior, receive
I'd like to ask you...
divine command and cannot suffer any
Well, that's all.
delay in executing it. But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done. Delay, lukewarmness,
Yeah.
or rejection. For the obedience
What would you like?
of superiors is given to God.
I've discovered...
I see.
The older brothers are picking on novice Lucas.
It seems that now even brothers can't avoid worldly evil. Thank you for the information. And if you can, stand up.
Yeah.
The older brothers are also out to get me. Any action I take, they'll try to use against me.
That's all I know.
If you find out anything...
I mean,
I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence...
Talk to me, brother.
Permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples.
I'd like to ask you...
Holy, edifying conversation.
Who would you like to...
I've thought long and hard about it, and I've decided to support John.
Death and life are in the power of the
I'm look...
And what
I'm looking for...
lock?
I'd like to...
Well, so you heard I used... I'll trade them.
by his words.
Let's talk about the...
Lord's commandments and words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the
Is this enough?
precepts by his actions
Close. Drop.
their hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called.
All right, so.
Know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon
Peace be with you, brother. Peace be with you, brother. Salve Domini.
Service.
Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
I remember back when we ate like kings.
And the wine. Those were the days.
You'll see. Things will get better with the new act.
These novices. I pulled those idols by the ears.
What have they done to you this time, brother?
Leaving us, their superiors, to chase around after them, finishing what they don't. Yet again.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Young people have no respect for writing these days.
But they'll learn.
We will know better.
Someone's been creeping around in the corridor at night.
Creeping.
He was stomping about like a bear.
That must have been Brother Circator. He can't sleep. He prays long into the night.
God be with you.
I've read one of the manuscripts copied by one of the novices. I think I'm going to cry. It's that touching, is it?
Touching? More like infuriating. A horrible, abominable waste of writing. Young people have no respect for writing these days.
But they'll learn. We were no
Peace
different.
be with you, brother.
It's that touching.
Touching? More like infuriating.
Peace be with you.
So,
What would you like?
I know you're Pius, the man I've been looking for.
So you're finally sure? Tell me, Gregor, or Carl, or whatever your true name is. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. I'm not sure what I should do.
Well, at least you're prepared to think and not just play bloodhound for a pack of nobodies. And I'm glad you have your doubts.
I don't want to be like the people I'm looking for. If I have to kill, it should be for a reason, not because I enjoy it.
You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us. But we don't have to let them use us. We can just forget all about it and go our own way. I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God I've never in my life slain innocent people. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery I've had plenty of time to think things over, but then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you proposing?
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
I don't agree. You need to die.
I'm sorry to hear that. I thought we could come to an agreement that left both of us alive. But since there's no convincing you, I'll settle for just me.
Yo! Yeah!
What's up? Shit yourself. Come here, lily liver.
Peace be with you, brother.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Shirking their responsibilities, leaving us, their superiors, to chase around after them, finishing what they don't.
Did you have to finish someone's Talk to me, bro.
Brother Sir Cater, my friend.
What would you...
No, I'm here because of Novice Lucas.
Only because that weasel wants to put an end to our night...
I'd appreciate it if you...
If he isn't afraid of us, there's nothing to stop him ratting us out.
He hates you because you trample all over him and he has nothing to lose. If you show him just a bit of kindness, he'll think again about taking you on. You'll see.
Fine. Beware of Lucas.
What do you mean?
He's a sodomite. A sin...
I'll decide for myself who I do and don't talk to.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
I spoke to the cicadas about how they've been treating you.
Really?
But you have to promise not to tell anyone what you saw them doing. Then they'll leave you alone.
That's a promise I'd be glad to make. I'm forever in your debt, brother. Because now I know I can trust you, there's something I want to tell you. It's about Brother Antonius. I wouldn't like to say something that isn't true. God forbid I should cause harm by my words, but this is something I'm sure of. Novice Antonius is lying to us.
What makes you say that?
He claims he's a merchant's son from Vlashim, and that he joined the order voluntarily. The thing is, I spent a great deal of time in Vlashim. I know it like the back of my hand, and no one even remotely like Antonius has ever lived there.
Are you sure? Because this could mean that...
It's true, or Canute isn't my name. That would be my secular name, by the way, but that's not important. I know Vlashim, and I know the local merchants there, and I've never seen Antonius among them. Why would he be lying if he had nothing to hide?
Thank you for telling me. I'll look into it. There's something I am a novice.
Why would you...
I'm looking for a
Because
you could help me.
That can't be...
Talk to him. Do you have any idea what...
I think I might... I wouldn't like to say something.
What makes you say that?
He claimed...
Are you sure?
It's true.
Thank you for telling me.
I've read one of the manuscripts copied by one of the novices. I think I'm going to cry.
It's that touching.
Infuriating. A horrible... No respect for writing mistakes.
But they'll learn.
I'm telling you, someone's been creeping round the corridor at night. What am I saying, creeping? He was stomping about like a bear.
Now, that must have been Brother Sir Cater. He can't sleep and prays long into the night.
True. They all know what we do to them. They've seen what we do to Lucas. I've got an itchy feeling on the back of my neck. I think someone's spying on us.
No. They're off.
Salve. Be well.
Hey, you're a fine fellow. Show us what you've been hiding.
Turnipy nose with just the slightest hint of rat droppings. Not too lardy like the last one. Nice sharp elbows. It's not Olomouc, nor Znojmo either. But as John says, drinkable enough. Thank you, brothers. And now sit down and share a cup with us.
What's there left to drink to?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, to John, the future abbot, and a pox on Nevlis.
And Killjoy? He'd love to have us all under his thumb. Fat chance.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will wise up once they hear all about him.
Will they believe it?
Even if just 2 or 3 of them do, it'll help us. So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John.
Praise be to...
Let's drink.
That's the...
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is.
To Peter.
So, to Peter. He's done so much for us, but his time is at hand. To his immortal soul.
About you in the...
Ask me anything.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlis is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
I'd like to help.
I'm convinced.
So...
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but that...
He who aids a sinner sins himself.
Thank you for...
I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Peace be with you, brother.
Praise be to Christ. I'll say one thing, brother. This one...
Praise be to Christ. What trouble?
Let's play!
Just the man we've been...
What's there left to drink to? To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless sellers.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, to John, the future and a
And Killjoy, he'd love to have us all under his thumb.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will wise up once they hear all about it. Will they be? So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John.
Oh, leave me be.
Why are you waking me? Go away.
you waking me? Go away.
Talk to me, brother.
I have all the pages of the torn-up book. The Art of Love can go back to the library.
Oh, brother, you can't even imagine how happy you've made me. Since you're clearly a true lover of books, I'll give you a reward I've never given another novice. I'll lend you the key to the cabinet containing forbidden books, and you can look at the peculiar things we've accumulated there. That cabinet's strictly off limits to novices, but you've earned my trust. I'm sure you'll recognize that those books contain nothing but dangerous gibberish, and there's a valuable lesson to be learned there.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate your trust. Is there anything I can do to help here?
I'm glad you asked. There's one thing, a silly thing really. But not long ago, a brother brought me a crumpled...
Ovid?
Not... Now if he'd had his...
Not now, brother.
What is that? And where did you... Are you sure that belongs?
Not now, brother.
Where did you get it?
Alright, I guess we could do that. Though, that's not really how I wanted to do this quest. I wanted to just talk to him and then go out the store.
This is not a good time. What is it, brother?
I've heard you're from Vlashim.
Yes, why do you ask? And more importantly, where did you hear it? Since I'm quite sure I've never told you. Honestly, the monks like to gossip more than old wives at the market.
I've read the abbot's book. It's got everything he knows about the novices.
Why? Why would you do that?
That doesn't matter. What matters is the abbot doesn't believe your little fairy tale either.
What's so implausible about it? I've always been more interested in books, so I left my brother the shop and came here to live a good life.
You see, I'm looking for someone in the monastery. Someone who's lied about who he is. And you fit that description perfectly.
But I told you, I've never lied to anyone.
And it's a lie.
I think you're lying to me right now.
Do you think you're entitled to met out justice? Who gave you the right? I'm sorry, but I don't want to have anything more to do with you, Gregor. You're a lunatic, and the prior ought to be warned about you.
If you so much as open your mouth about this...
Then what? You think you can threaten... What do you desire, brother?
I know you're pious. The man I've been looking for.
So you're finally sure? Tell me, Gregor, or Carl, or whatever your true name is.
I should kill you.
And why would you want to do that? I was a bandit. When I saw it night...
So the evildoer changed...
Both of us can leave this place.
You deserve to die, and I'm happy to be the one to kill you.
I'm sorry to hear that. I thought we could come to an agreement that left both of us alive. But since there's no convincing you, I'll settle for just me.
Is that... Is that all you...